All right, what's up, everybody? Paul Shakuri here with another door-to-door mastery video. And you probably watched a little bit of this live. I'm starting all over. Today's just one of those days, where things don't work out your way. As I promised you guys, I'm going to bring you more and more content. And I'm here to really prove to every single person that if you're a salesperson and you want to succeed, especially if you're in the door-to-door sales game or cold calling, you're picking up, you're a telemarketer, anything you sell, I assure you that I will be able to take you from the current mindset you get to getting motivated and excited to go out there on a day-to-day basis. So today we're going to talk about, the three main struggles, and I wrote this down just to make sure I stay on topic, but the three main struggles that people typically have as salespeople and what you can actually do about it to get that out of your mind of what the typical salesperson does. See, at the end of the day, you're going to become a better salesperson if you do what the top salespeople do. But in order for you to do what the top salespeople do, you're going to have to think, act, and like and want what the top salespeople want in their lives. Okay? So let's start with the first one. And the first one is the typical salesperson, not the top salesperson. They're all over the place. And I want to speak about this all over the place thing. What is all over the place? So I watch a lot of videos of salespeople who want to go out there and, master the sales game, and they start filming videos inside of their hotels and swearing at each other and then fighting. And yeah, this is what it means to be a salesperson. We fight with each other and, we live out of hotels. What type of salesperson are you talking about? What type of salesperson are you? Who do you want to become? To start, that's fine if you have no experience and you want to go literally live out of a hotel because a company trusted in you and put you in there so that you can literally start generating some revenue. But how long is that going to last you? And when you get back to the hotel room, are you in your bed on the Wi-Fi of the hotel, looking at ways to better and improve your sales tactics? Or are you drinking with the other hooligans who are inside your room and partying and going out and sounding all stupid, looking all stupid, and acting and being all stupid? What type of salesperson are you? Rate yourself. I'll tell you, when I started in this sales game, I was a 10 out of 10 and nothing less. In my mind, I knew why I wanted to do sales in general. You see, the majority of people, they start with sales. They do sales for the main reason, two main reasons. And the first reason why people do sales is because of the money, right? Let's be honest with ourselves. They say the money is awesome. I'm doing sales because I heard you can make so much money. Do your own research on the world's wealthiest people. Did you know that the world's wealthiest people, the billionaires, all started and did sales? And here's a statistic for you, and I don't know the exact number, but a mass majority of billionaires, they actually don't even own their own company, but they're a sales agent, a top-level sales agent for these massive companies, CEOs, or you name it. They do sales. They understand how to get buyers into their business and take a commission for it. So it's important that you understand why you or other people actually are starting sales. And if you're a sales agent who's actually watching this and think you're doing sales just because you want to pay the bills, that's fine. But I assure you, you're only going to pay the bills for so long, and then you're going to give up and quit, because sales is a sport. It's like a sport. You have to be literally peaking at 100% of your true potential every single day. Because in sales, typically, and of course it depends what you sell, there's two methods. Number one, you can sell things on 100% commission, which, by the way, I highly recommend. Look, if you're getting 100% commission at a sales job, you better believe you better demand a high-paying, the highest or a high-paying, the highest you can get for what you're selling. And you see how I hesitated? I stuttered there a bit because there's a couple more things in detail that I want to talk to you about. Okay, if you're starting off new and you have no experience, your objective is to get into a company that's going to pay you well on 100% commission, but you're going to have to work to get better so you can demand more. You can't demand a ton of money just because you're willing to go out there and do a sales job. You have to prove in sales that you can acquire or have the skills. Before you come to me at my company and say, Paul, I demand this amount and I literally am going to bring you in this. Great. Well, what's your background? Oh, I did this XYZ. Prove it. And then you're scared to pick up a phone and call somebody randomly and say, hey, this is what I'm selling and why, and going into the details. Okay, the reality is you got to earn it in sales. And mostly you aren't willing to earn it. It's a me society right now. It really is. The new generation's all about, what's freaking in it for me. You see, you can demand, and there's nothing wrong with that, about what you're worth, but you have to be worth something in the sales game in order to be able to demand. I see so many people in alarm sales, pest control, solar, that go out there and say, oh, pay me top dollar because I've done sales before and I've knocked with 17 other freaking hooligans in a damn a motel, and we get drunk every night and we go out there and we get shady ass deals. Is that you? Are you that person? Don't get mad at me. Get mad at yourself. And I know every one of you who acts that way and walks that way and talks that way, deep within yourselves, you know who you are. You know that's not what it's going to take to become a multi-millionaire. I train and teach and educate and go after sales reps that have the bigger mindset, who want to, which I'm going to talk about, develop themselves, get better. I'm not looking for the hooligan who's looking to get that drink money or God knows what type of drug money so they can go out there and make a quick, easy buck, lying and cheating, stealing from people, and then going out there and doing it over again the next day. Are you all over the place? Well, what's all over the place? What happens? I'll tell you this. Who are you surrounded around? Number one, who are you surrounded around? The people who you surround yourself in your off time, and then also when you're at work, or you knock with, or you cold call with, who are they? What are their goals? Right? What are their type of goals? What are the goals that they have within themselves? What do they want to accomplish? What do they want to own? What do they want to have? Who do you surround yourself around? You see, I'll tell you, the people who I surround myself around are people who are either equal or above me. And it doesn't mean people who come into me, because clearly there's people, and I'm not talking about money, I'm talking about mindset. So many of my friends have a bigger thinking mindset than I do, even though I'm, financially ahead of them. But I'm not talking just about financial wealth, and that's important. You want people who are smart with their money, who invest their money, who trial and error with investments. You want to be around these people. But I'm not saying don't go out there and have a couple drinks and have fun with your friends. That's not what I'm saying. But how much of it do you do? And is that always on your mind? Are you broke? Are you living with your parents? Are you literally at a point in your life where you can stop working for the next year, which I'm not recommending, but you could literally stop working for the next year, still maintain your current lifestyle and still be able to survive? Is that you? Ask yourself that question. Because if that's not you, and be real to yourself, because I don't care. It means nothing to me. I'm still going to be surviving and thriving because I decided at a really young age to get my mindset in the right place, in the right direction. Because my story basically goes, when I was a little kid, growing up, I had everything. My parents, invited my friends to restaurants and family and everywhere and everything that we ever wanted. But after they ended up getting divorced, it was all taken away from me, and I wanted to rebuild that back because they ended up splitting. Money went in one direction, the other direction, and we lost it all. So for me, I had to build that back up. And at a really young age, be it 15, 16, I started working right away when it was literally time for me to legally work. My first job was McDonald's, and I knew money coming in had to be put away smart so I can reinvest it and become a strong, wealthy, multi-millionaire, if not billionaire. At the time, my mindset was not on billions, but it was definitely on a million. And then after the million, it's on multi-millions, and now it's on billions. It's like, that's what I want to accomplish and achieve in my life. And that's who I surround myself around. I go out to coffee shops with my buddies or dinner with my buddies, or, I meet with high-end clients, and we all are on a different level of mindset than the average Joe Schmo who's just going out there trying to get the next drink or the next fix. I don't touch drugs. You shouldn't either. It's shit for you. It's terrible. That's not where you want to be in your life. It's really time as a wake-up call to say, where the heck do you want to be in your life? What do you want to do? Are you wasting time? Are you all over the place? Are you focused on going out there and picking up the phone as many times as you can today and getting leads, getting deals closed? Is that your primary focus? Because I assure you, every day when I wake up, I think, how can I strengthen my business? How can I move it a little bit more forward, if not exponentially forward? What can I do? What education can I learn? And once you start surrounding yourself and educating yourself in a mastermind group, which I now am building as well with like-minded people, where we actually communicate and talk on either a week-to-week basis or almost day-to-day basis. Hey, where are you at? What do you think of this? Can I run this idea by you? And we dedicate time to put that to. That's what you ultimately have to do as well in your circle. And I assure you, so much more will come. So are you all over the place? Do you just go and swear with each other inside your hotel, motel, the one house where everybody lives in? You're only doing it for 4 months and then you're splitting. You're out. You're somewhere else. Are you all over the place? Because it's time to get real with yourself. Because if you want to start really bettering yourself, bettering your future, you're going to have to start, once again, coming up with a game plan. So take your development serious. Where are you at right now? Do you have the ability to go out there and literally present yourself in a presentable fashion to close $1 million deal? I'll tell you, I do. I literally do. If I wanted tomorrow, see, I've gotten offers already, yes, in the millions, to where I could actually sell off my security software company. Did I take it? No, I didn't. What it put me inside my head, because I'm still building it up to where I can sell it for more, and plus I love it, but what it put inside my head is I could go out there and now start negotiating upon the millions. But I didn't get myself to that overnight, folks. Literally, if you call it 12 days a week, me and my team working 24 hours, and I really mean that, going on 3 hours of sleep, building a name in my business. Google my name, research it. Go to Paul Shakuri and find bad shit that people talk about my programs. I have thousands of people in my masterd2d.com program. I have hundreds of security companies that literally are using my software that me and my company have built. And you cannot find bad shit that people are talking about me. And I started listening to a lot of, multimillionaires such as Grant Cardone. And he's like, once you start getting bigger, you're going to start having those haters come in. And I stopped and looked to myself. I'm looking through my stuff. I'm like, I don't freaking have haters. I'm like, does that mean I'm not successful? Does that mean I'm not good? But then I scroll through and I remember on YouTube comments and, other people who used to work with me. I do have a few. I just don't have enough. I'm actually like now trying to bash people to try to get haters. So as they say, you become more successful when you actually have more haters. But you get what I'm talking about. I'm not looking for haters, not looking forward to it. But I mean, people will comment and, oh, this guy's full of shit, yada, yada, yada. Great. I'm full of shit. What I'm teaching you cannot make you and turn you into a better person than your troll. You're my competitor. God knows what it is. Look, I'm not here to put anybody down, nor am I here to get stopped because people comment on, a video saying this guy's full of crap, or he took him 20 minutes to say, get out and knock a door. Okay. It's about the knowledge. You're going to pick up nuggets if you watch the videos and if you can truly find and look through my personality. Oh, Paul wants to sell you his masterd2d.com program. That's why he makes these videos. Duh, I say it all the time. You better believe that's one of my main goals in my business to grow, is to sell my program. But how am I going to sell it to people if you don't trust and honor my word that I know what I'm talking about? Okay, the reality is the way to sell, I'm telling you this. Find what it is you're selling right now, be it home security, be it solar, and dominate that space. Be in the eyes of your potential customers. Find out where your customers are. Are your customers on LinkedIn? Are your customers on the doors? Are your customers, over the phones? Are your customers, if you're doing telemarketing, typically home between specific hours? I'm not saying those are the only times you're going to be calling, but that's when you pick up the hounding time to literally call those customers, to show up at those people's doors. But what do you do before then? You start working other venues. You start working other ways. Perhaps you do email marketing, internet marketing, Facebook, social media stuff. You knock on some doors. You pick up the phone. If you knock on doors, you pick up the phone and you call leads that you've built a pipeline. Look, I'm here to tell you, man, you want to increase your sales? I assure you there's like 100 different ways I can list that you could do it. But are you willing to do it? And have you looked into the knowledge of actually what it's going to take to do it? Okay? So work on developing yourself. And for me, it's been a lot of Grant Cardone, Tony Robbins. I've been listening to a lot of those stuff. And what I learned from them, and even Ty Lopez, I used to think he was a clown. He's actually not. I personally, like the guy. It's all stuff that it reiterates. And even when you're cold calling or you listen to my videos, you're gonna be like, oh my God, that's true. That's what I thought in the back of my head. And you know what? I really believe that, yes, that is something that I actually, have to start implementing again. Okay, so a lot of times you hear this stuff and then you start redoing what you know you're supposed to do. So start working on developing yourself. For me, a big part of my development of where I have to, and I already started, was health. I worked really hard on my business. I worked really hard on becoming a better salesperson, but I lacked my health. And now I make it every single day to go. And that's why I wanted to get, as I said in other videos, dressed up in suits and stuff like that. But as you can see, I haven't even shaved. I mean, my kids still wrote on the board, back here in my office. Not everything's perfect, but it's not going to stop me from doing what I'm supposed to do. See, in order for me to take my business to the next level, I have to get your attention. Just like you and your customers, whoever they are, I have to get your attention. You got to be there all the time for them because people want to see you. People want to see if you're active with your content. People want to see if you're actively there, you're actively staying on top of people. Now, I used to believe that if you want to get sales, you got to close people right then and there on the spot. My number one drive is to get people to close and do business right away. But if it so happens where I give my all and I know for 100% I know 100% that I'm not going to be able to close that person, what I've learned in my developmental process with learning from like Grant Cardone and other people, successful salespeople, is that staying on top of people and you actually start getting the sale after you literally hound somebody 8 times, minimum of 8 times. Until they tell you no, stop calling me, stop texting me, stop messaging me, they haven't told you no yet. And you're going to see if you do this with 100 prospects, you will close, let's just say 50 or 40 of them or 30 of them. And what does 30 more sales mean to you in 100 prospects? And then you start getting these bulk of 100 prospects over and over again every single week, every single month, every single year, depending on how big of a ticket item your sales item is that you're selling, right? I mean, if you sell solar, what would it mean to literally get 100 people in your pipeline and then make sure you stay on top of them literally every day? It's your round of calls. You give a bunch of calls out there. You do, let's just say, if it's 100 and you do in blocks of 10s, you do 10 calls, 10 calls, 10 calls, 10 calls. That would be 10 times 10. That'd be your 100, right? So you do in 10 days straight, 10, and you go in a cycle. I call my lead 1 through 10 on Monday. I call on Tuesday, leads this through this, and just keep going through it. Keep going through them and keep calling them. I'm not saying call them every single day, right? Once a week. Hey, I just want to let you know I'm following up. I left a voice message you Monday at 3:00 and jot this stuff down. I just want to follow up. Okay, so understand that. And these are the different types of things I do teach in my MasterD2D.com program. I do. And by the way, let me post that up. I tend to forget to put this here. It's a little icon up here, right up there. Okay, so this is the type of stuff that I do teach in my MasterD2D.com program. Okay. And again, I want to thank one of my sponsors, as I promised on these videos. I will start mentioning you guys as well. You're going to see banner ads. But one of my major sponsors right now is Alarm Guard, who's ADT's master dealer in all of Canada. I want to thank you guys so much for trusting into me. And they're a year-long sponsor, so you're going to start hearing a lot more of them. They have a lot of sales opportunities. They're ADT's master dealer in all of Canada. They are expanding into the United States as well. But just so you know, if you're looking to open up your own ADT authorized dealership, as a sub-dealer for them, they have a sub-dealer program. But then they also have sales agents running all throughout Canada. So you can go to agsdealer.com to take a look at their dealer program. And I've also helped them build a site together as well. And so much more. So thank you guys. So the developmental serious, how serious are you about developing? If you're serious about developing yourself into a big brand yourself, like now go to type in Paul Shakuri online. You'll see I have my door-to-door mastery. I have so much content out there. Okay. So what are you doing to develop yourself? Every day? Yeah, every day. 2-3 times a day, hours upon hours. Yes. Driving to turf. You should be listening to these videos. You should be watching them over and over again. Okay, you should be going into my MasterD2D.com program and watching these videos every single day until you mastered it. Until you can go out there and write 5 accounts a day. Don't believe you can go out there and write 5 accounts a day? I have to tell you, the reality is, the naked reality is, if you don't believe you can go out there and write 5 accounts a day, that's your first problem. You have to start believing in yourself. And, both my kids, I train and teach them and educate them to believe in themselves, same as everybody I ever coach and train. Without belief, you have nothing. If I believed I wouldn't be able to create a successful company, a software company, or even a door-to-door mastery program, everybody's like, oh, door-to-door salespeople are broke. I'm like, yeah, it's exactly why I do this, because I'm getting people from out of their broke. Yeah, but they'll never be able to afford your program because they're broke. Well, guess what? People will pay if they see value in what you have to offer. If I could help somebody literally change their sales career, get 1 or 2 sales extra a day, what would that mean? In 1 or 2 days, it would pay back. Here's what I tell people. People say, Paul, I'm so excited to get your door-to-door mastery program. I'm saving up for it. Let me tell you this. It's the biggest load of crap I ever heard. And don't get me wrong. I get that way sometimes too. And I remember such a teaching that I've learned. Okay, if you want to better yourself and you know with 100% certainty that the person you're listening to, that coach, is the person who you can learn a lot from, and you have 30 days on a credit card to pay off whatever it is that you're looking to buy, and that program is going to help you close more sales, and you knew that if you were to purchase that program, you were to hawk it, to train it, to track it, to do everything to help better yourself, to go out there and make more sales, would you buy it? You see the bullshit that we tell ourselves? Every program that I've ever wanted to buy that literally has cost me even up until $5,000 plus that I've paid for, I've literally purchased it on that. Now, what that's done is not let me slack. I said, because I've done that and taken that action, I have to, with 100% certainty, go in there and actually help within the next 30 days before that credit card's due. Back in the day, before I actually didn't have as much as I have today, I would actually jump in and dive in and do that so that I can go and pay that off. Now, I'm not saying my door-to-door mastery program's that much. You want to find out how much it is? I'm not going to say it. Go to masterddd.com. As a matter of fact, let's do this. Let me go in here. I'm going to show you guys something really quick. Let's dive in. This is on the fly. I'm going to show you a little bit through this here. Let me do this. Let me go in here. And I'm going to touch up on, and this is a longer video. This one is for people who we're at 22 minutes so far. That's fine. You guys get bored of it, you can sign off. But I noticed a lot of people tell me they love the long ones. So let's go in here. Let's go onto my screen. I'm going to share my screen. So here is my, let's go over there, and I got to cut me out. Boom. Here's my first of all, the door-to-door sales. Let me take that off right here. Give me 1 second. Okay, so here is my door-to-door mastery site. This is just a regular blog that I have, okay? I want to show you guys something. First of all, if you don't already have my 3 free video series, enter your name and email address here at doortodoormastery.com. And I actually create a 3 free video series for you guys that you guys will be able to watch and track and trace your progress through. So if you want to learn your opener pitch, you want to learn how to build the features and benefits and present that to customers, these are hour-long videos. And then how to close sales. This is the first thing you're going to want to grab. But what I was talking about is my masterddd.com program. So, that's right over here on the side. You can even click on this add to cart, or I don't even think if I go add to cart, does it take me direct to PayPal? No, it does not. Okay, cool. So here, this is my Learn How to Sell Like a Pro program, my masterddd.com. So you have full 5 modules and then a bonus program. Now what this does, okay, this is if you're a person who sells anything door to door or even cold calling on the phone, home security, solar, pest control, insurance, roofing, HVAC, energy. I've put together a sales program to where it's going to teach you everything you need to do in order to close more sales selling door to door, okay? Currently, you can see what the price is. It is going to be going up, rest assured. I want to get it up to the $1,500 to eventually $2,000 mark. So secure this as it is this price. I assure you, when you watch this and later on in life, when it does, because I'm not going to be going down from here, but when it does go up to the $999 to $1,500 and the $2,000 range, I assure you, you will not be able to email me and message me saying, Paul, can I get it for $497? I might as well stand in the middle of the road and get hit by a bus. I don't discount my stuff literally as this is growing, okay? It's 12 years of knowledge put into a mastery program to where you can log in and literally stream the videos live, okay? You can do all that directly from online. It's not a program that is sent to you in the mail. Be very clear. You log in and you watch and stream all the videos like you would a Netflix. It's the same thing, but I go through everything. What is door-to-door sales? Why choose door-to-door? Everything. Module 2, I go in and break out the game plan for you guys. Starting with your opener pitch, and there's still so many more videos that are in here, and it's a really long program, okay? So you'll be able to watch it, hound it, yes, show it to sales reps, and then also if you guys want to actually start closing, I add you currently. This is another special. You gain access to a special private Facebook group where we communicate and talk all within a group. But then also as well, you can read some of the video testimonials over here. And yeah, it works, man, 100% on all the devices. So let me go fade back to me. Let's dive back into this. That's my MasterDDD.com program. So the last thing I want to touch upon as of why salespeople struggle with sales, it's because they're not clear on their end goal. Okay, I was talking to a buddy of mine who actually sells real estate in California, and he worked for me for a really long period of time, with me, I should say, but he worked with me for a really long period of time. And, I always say, I'm like, how is business going to people? Or, what are you looking to, what can you possibly, what are you going to be doing here within the next, year or year and a half? What are you looking to, what's your end goal? Like, what do you ultimately want to achieve and accomplish? Like what's your end goal? And they're like, I don't know, Paul, I really don't. And that's fine if you don't know, because a lot of times it can be difficult to know, but you got to do some soul searching. You're spending way too much time at the clubs, or you're spending way too much time with unnecessary stuff that you should be spending more time on focusing in on what your end goal is. And I'll tell you what my end goal is. I want to impact and change the world in such a positive way. And I know you hear this often, and I honestly kind of get sick of it sometimes, hearing it over and over again by people. I want to impact and change the world. But the reality is, once you start making money and you have your house paid off, you have your offices paid off, you have enough to pay yourself or payroll for a year or 2 years, it starts becoming about something else. We recently, and sad to say, I don't want to touch up on this, but today, God rest her soul, we had a family member pass away. Wonderful lady, but due to cancer and so much more, I have so many things I want to accomplish before I pass, but I want to impact the world. And for me, I want to impact the world on empowering people to take action in their lives, to bettering their lives, both financially, spiritually, mentally, physically, in those aspects, by giving people the ambition to bring out the best of them. That's what my talent is. See, my specialty, what I absolutely love coming to every single day and watching these videos, or when you guys are like, Paul, I love your videos, they're so inspiring. It drives me it motivates me and drives me to get out there and go and take action to do what I was supposed to do today. That's ultimately my why. And I so happen to be a great salesperson because that's what I love doing. I'm myself. I sell. We all selling ourselves, right? All the time. That saying, we're all selling ourselves. So ultimately, that's now where I want to be. I want to definitely get into the point where I have my own private jet. My family is my 3 generations are taken care of. Those are the things I want to be able to right now. I can financially afford it for this year, but I want to be able to financially afford it for the lifetime of me being alive, and my family to be able to. Now, it doesn't mean they're going to be lazy and not work, or myself. I'm going to work till the day I die, I assure you, because that's what drives me, motivates me every single day. I get bored just sitting and watching a movie. I can't. That's just not me. But ultimately, that's why I get up every single morning, and that's why I want to, work every single day. I'm learning how to now scale up, because making my first 6-figure income doing door-to-door sales, it's wonderful. It's awesome. You can go and do that, and then you can duplicate it and get into a hefty 6-figure income when you're managing sales reps and owning your own company. I did all those things, crossing that 7-figure mark in revenue. That's awesome. But ultimately, after you do that and you do it for long enough, it's like, for me personally, I feel I was meant to drive and ultimately deliver to people who need my attention on a large scale. So ultimately, that's my goal. What's yours? If you don't know what it is, you better find and soul search, or even go out there and look for people online who can train and teach you how to find your purpose. You need to spend more time thinking about what you like and enjoy ultimately in life. And then once you do, more things are going to come to you. Okay? It really will. So I'm going to wrap this up. This video is almost touching upon 30 minutes. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're watching this on YouTube. Don't forget to obviously like and share the video on social media. God bless. It means a lot to me. I'm going to continue with these long videos, make also shorter videos. I'm going to continue to grow, with you guys. And let me know how in the comments how you like this video. If you like these long ones where I kind of go through and, you put me on your way to work or you're driving and it's you get to hear my voice and my motivation. It's almost touching upon midnight right now. I do have to go and shower after a nice, awesome workout. I'm on a 30-day dance routine and exercise workout where I'm promising, as dance is one of my big things I love to do. I'm going to dance every single day, shred the pounds, get in better shape, and get my posture back. Because from sitting and working behind a computer for way too long, I feel my spine, I feel myself kind of curling over a bit. So these are the things I'm personally working on to develop myself in that next level. And I got 2 kids and a wife to make sure we all develop together. So God bless. Hey, I love you all. Thank you so much. Bottom of my heart. MasterDDD.com. If you're a door-to-door salesperson, cold calling, or you want to build a sales team, that's what it's for. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and boom, baby. We'll get you on the next video, liking, sharing, asking comments and questions, and we'll go from there. Thank you much, everyone. Love you. Bye.